Hello, I'm Mrs. Wolf, and I am your child's geometry teacher. I just wanted to let you know, and first off, apologize for not being here this evening at back to school night. I am at the stadium coaching the field hockey team, so I'm going to hope for a win. I just want to go over some policies as this is a very unique course and just give you guys basic overview. So this is what they see in Schoology. There's a tech website, the syllabus, and I'll go over that in a minute. Every week, what you'll notice is, and you can see this in your Schoology as well, I have an agenda that they'll be able to see and go through. And if they are ever absent, there's no need to be like, hey, what I missed? This is what you missed. So today is Tuesday. This is what I'm doing today. And you'll notice, I'm sorry, Wednesday. And you'll notice that these are my notes that are going to be available to any student. So the first thing that I keep available is the notes filled out. The second thing is some kids prefer some type of a fill in the blank kind of a thing. They like to print that out. Again, up to your student. So let me go over this. The basics rules for the syllabus. I can't imagine that be here, be respectful, be prepared. They had to have passed Algebra 1, and they need a scientific calculator. So this is one of the biggest things that I can tell parents that you guys can help them with. Having a calculator is essential to being successful because it's a need. It's not a want. We will use this. You're probably going to get a 10% if you don't have a calculator on Chapter 7. I recommend this guy right here. This is the most common calculator that parents buy. It's the easiest one to find at Walmart. This is my recommendation. Having a calculator that a kid knows how to use, I think brings up their SAT scores like 500 points. It's significant, in that process. So please make sure that they do have a calculator. The biggest thing I want parents to understand is about grading. I believe that school should be a lot like T-ball, and I know that sounds weird, but when we explain things in T-ball, we don't just tell them what to do. They get one at bat. We say, okay, well, you batted at 70%, and that's where it stays. So if you see anything on Schoology or anything in PowerSchool that was linked to Schoology, meaning, I'll give you an example. So we're having a quiz on Friday. This isn't what they see. It's currently disabled, but they will get an unlimited attempt at that thing, and it'll take the highest score. One question per page. None of them get the same questions. I build a question bank. So instead of having 10 questions as a quiz, they'll have 10 questions pulled from a 100 question bank. So the questions will always change. No kid ever takes the same thing twice. Now, here's where this is valuable to understand as a parent. That means if your kid does a homework and there's 10 points on the homework, right? It doesn't stay that way. It only stays that way if the kid accepts it that way. Let me repeat. If your kid gets a homework question and they get it like this on Schoology and they get a 4 out of 10, I believe they should get a second at bat because the questions will change. It will not be the same at bat, if that makes any sense. They will be given the same questions on distance. There'll be different numbers. So they have to prove to me that they still know the content. So I'm giving them another at bat. So if you email and you say, hey, I'm really upset that Susie's grades a 65, my email back will be, I'm upset Susie's grades at a 65 as well. But that's where she chose to keep it. Meaning that Susie can have another attempt at that thing during school times. Depending on if there's an issue, I might have to open that up as well. On the parent end, if they redo something, I will not know unless they communicate that to override it so that you can see it. And that's a little bit of them learning. I do this so that they have an opportunity to grow. They have an opportunity to learn. So the assessment and homework thing is something new for every parent. Attendance, you should be here. The electronics thing is a big thing for me. Please do not tell your kid that they can use the calculator on their phone. It does not always calculate correctly. There are so many errors, and they won't be allowed to use it on any test that's going to be standardized for them to get accepted into college. Schoology. I do allow them to sign up for the Remind app. This allows me to post and messages to classes. If you would like to sign up for them so you can receive them as reminders, you're welcome to. you can text the number 81010 and you can text it at WolfGeo1. I encourage you, you're welcome to sign up. Go for it. The other thing I want to explain is about this course itself. This course is designed for kids that have an opportunity to go to college, get accepted, or to go to some specialized trade schools. At the end of this course, we will be discussing trigonometry, and that is one of the number one things that is on the SATs. So this course is essential for success. Having said that, as a mom, they will struggle. They will have to study for the first time, maybe ever. They will not know everything off the top of their head. There's over 800 theorems. How they respond is completely up to them. I would love for you to encourage them to keep trying, to keep working, to keep taking an extra at bat. But their grade is where they choose to keep it. And that's probably the most important thing that you hear me say. And the other thing is thanks. They're a great group of kids. I have absolutely loved having them in class. They are completely and utterly enjoyable. And it's a blessing to have them. So thank you from one mom to another parent. Thank you so much for sharing your child with me. If you have any questions, please email me. Thank you.